Lovejoy here. Today, I would like to talk about the greatest secret that we are facing on the planet Earth. The greatest secret that probably 1% of the population knows throughout the history. This is so big. This is so powerful. The moment you get this secret, and you would be scratching your heads like, why did I not know about this? This is absolutely real. The moment you understand it, it will change your life forever. Well, I cannot guarantee that you will understand it now, but I really want you to start thinking about this, because when you get this, it's the end. Like, you have no more problems in life. You will understand every single thing in your life, that why that happened, that why that happened, or like how did that happen, all those stuff. You will literally be the master of your life. So here's the secret. Like, you would be like it's very simple. At the same time, it takes some effort to understand how does it work. So the biggest secret of the humanity is that we are the creator of our life. We are God. We'll always be looking for God outside of ourselves, but in reality, the God is actually you. And you'll be like, that is the most stupidest statement. But there. I have been experiencing this topic for about 10 years obsessively. And the question you might ask be like, we might ask would be like, how are we God? Like, how in this world is possible? And my answer is, we create our reality, our world, by our thoughts. So every time we're thinking constantly, since the moment we born, we're constantly thinking. So every time we're thinking, every single moment we're thinking. So there is some kind of invisible waves are leaving from our mind, from this brain area or the body area. You could use some kind of x-rays or Correlian photography. They could, or some, you could put EEG machines around your brain, and you can see that thoughts were emitting some kind of vibrations from our mind. So the trick is, if you here's the secret. The bigger secret is that when you think good thoughts, means positive thoughts, means you're thinking, oh, you're appreciating something. Let's say, oh, I'm living in a house, I have roof over my head, or there's a beautiful little forest nearby me. It's so beautiful, and I have a warmth, I have some heater inside the house so that I'm kind of warm. If you're thinking appreciative thoughts or positive thoughts, good thoughts, you're sending positive, some kind of electromagnetic frequency that will bring more of the positive good things in your life. So the people who understand this, they're living healthy, they're living prosperously, they're making their dreams come true. But unfortunately, the people who know this stuff is actually 1% of the population. And and it's very shocking. And the 99%, or sometimes, let's say, I would be honest with you, let's say probably 95% of the people are not aware of this thing. So the 95% of the people would always be struggling, are always struggling. This meaning since the beginning of history, the ancient Rome, ancient Greece, ancient China, India, Egypt, you name it. It's always a little 1% or 5% or 20%, you name it, are actually, they own the 90% of the wealth or 80% of the wealth. It's always this small group of people. They are literally aware of this thing. And the thing is, you have the power too. The 95% or the majority do not understand that it's all happening with the thoughts, with the mind, like the way they're thinking, the way they're feeling. So if you want to create your life, the life that you want, to make your dreams come true, you just have to start thinking and feeling good about yourself. So that's it. But we have been taught by our media, by society, that we are victims, that the reality happens outside. But no, you are constantly creating the reality with your thoughts, with your perception. So this is so powerful. The moment you understand it, that every single moment you've been creating the reality. And you'll be like, okay, there was a bomb, there's some kind of shooting happened, and people died. How did they really didn't create the reality? that they must not create the reality because nobody wanted to die. But I would say that yes, they did create their reality. They did kill themselves by the probably for years that they were kind of not be feeling good about life, or they're not happy, they wanted to die unconsciously, like maybe not consciously but unconsciously they wanted that. So this is so hard to believe. I really suggest that you watch the movie The Secret. So go to Google, type the movie The Secret. It's by 2004 or 2008, something like that. But that movie had all this phenomenons. This is scientific, really, literally science. You could measure your thoughts, your brain waves, and the quantum physicists are saying that the reality is not really real. It's all about the perception. It's about the observer. The conscious observer is constantly creating the reality. So there's no such thing as physical reality. Like right now, let's say I'm looking. Let's say there's like a chair. So there's a beautiful chair right here. Let's say there's a little there, okay, there's a cell phone right here. There's a cell phone and the cell phone cover. So this is not really physical. If you take it under a very strong powerful microscope, you're going to see that it's vibrating probably couple 100,000 times per second. This is scientific. Like you have to go to a very good like a lab, science like science lab or something, and take it to under a powerful microscope and ask any scientist. They will say like nothing is physical, everything is kind of like this is vibrating thousands of times, hundreds of thousands of times per second, so our eyes cannot even detect it. So they have this measuring device, they could detect how many times it is vibrating. And so that means, but now our eyes are saying this is solid, but this is not really solid, this is vibrating. So what's happening is these things are, every single thing we see, they're actually vibrating for thousands, millions of times, sometimes per second, and we think this is solid. And there have been many experiments been done that they realized that they're looking for the smallest object and they can never find it. They first, we thought that atom are the smallest object, then they discovered a power even more powerful microscope, and they found that even not the atoms are the smallest, the subatomic particles, they are the smallest. And now they're realizing that those subatomic particles are not really the smallest, they have quarks, those are even smaller. So they're constantly trying to find, hello, babe. They're constantly trying to find the smallest object, but they can never find it because vibration, there's no such thing as smallest, and we could create it with our perception. So that means quantum physicists are saying that, let's say I don't look behind myself, that means there's nothing behind, there's like an ocean of waves, and the moment I look at it, it becomes a wall. And at the same time, if we look at our cosmos, just 2 more minutes, and the moment we look at our cosmos outside in the galaxy, we look at the stars and we're like, how big is this? We don't really know how big this is. Like the Hubble telescopes and other powerful telescopes are just saying that the stars are 100 light years away or 500 light years away, or this, there's another universe, another galaxies, but we don't really know how big it is. And there is no way we would know because this thing is infinite. And the moment you look at this and then you like you kind of moment, like you have this aha moment, like wow, this thing is so huge, it's infinitely big, we don't even know. And at the same time, the smallest tiny particle, you don't even know how small it is, we don't even know. So then you realize that there is no such thing, this is not real, everything is like a holographic. Like do some Google, YouTube about holographic reality and stuff. Like now they're talking about parallel universe, all the stuff that you could literally go back in time or go in the future of time. So we are living in a world right now where the news and media is showing us that there's a bad news, there's people dying, there's a lot of negativity is happening, but you don't have to focus on. If you don't look at the news, if you don't focus on it, it is not real. The only thing is real is constantly what you're focusing on. So if you focus on good news, or if you do a lot of meditation and do visualization about the stuff you want to bring into your life, or if you watch just read motivational books or watch travel channels, people are traveling around the world, or people are eating good organic food, or people are loving each other rather than fighting over each other. If you look at good things and do good things, I know it is very hard because your entire society is very negative fully focused, but you don't have to focus on it. The 90% or the 99% or the 80% are always focusing on the negativity. So if you change that focus into positivity, your life changes. Now you're living in a beautiful, peaceful world. I have been living like this for almost 10 years now. I traveled like so many countries, like almost all around the America, Canada, and Europe and stuff, and a little bit Asia. And my goal is to travel all around more part of the world in the future. I've traveled so far over 20 countries, and I've had beautiful relationships in my life, and I've been always healthy. So see, when you know this secret, then you can meditate and picture every day for 5 minutes that you're living in a very healthy body, that your body is free of illness, and guess what? You're gonna be living in a very beautiful, healthy body. Like, I'm not super big, I'm not super skinny, I'm just living in a very slim, healthy body. It's been 10 years. I've been healthy, never had any kind of illness, and I'm always reading more positive motivational books and watching inspirational videos. So as I said, you can create your own reality. This is all for you, my friend. And I want to inspire you, and I want to encourage you to live a beautiful, glorious life. This is Lovejoy here, and if you like my videos, click like it or subscribe it. That will encourage me to make more videos, and I wish you all the best. And now I'm traveling in beautiful Germany right now. I'm originally born in Bangladesh, but I'm living in Canada half of my life, but now I'm traveling in Europe right now, and I'm extremely thankful to the universe. And I also encourage you to be thankful every day. Get a piece of paper and write down 5 things or 10 things that you are grateful for every single day. I was watching video of Oprah Winfrey, which is probably one of the richest, wealthiest women in the world. She said that is the single most powerful exercise that changed her life, which was she was writing 5 things every day that she was grateful for, and then that will focus your mind on the positive things. Anyways, I don't want to make it too long, so I encourage you to be happy, spend more time in nature, outside in the trees. That will make you positively, may make your mind positive, and do some exercise, eat healthier food, and do some exercise, and then just look for the good things about yourself and others. And then if something doesn't feel good, if the people around you are not, you're not feeling very good, just make new friends, and then everything is out there for you. Go to internet, find your beautiful life, and I mean, find more information about beautiful life, but you have to just focus good things in your life to make it happen. Thank you so much. This is Lovejoy here. Have a good one. Bye.